Carson has been chomping at the bit for a question.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. My question is to the Minister for Education. Can the Minister update the House on the 2019 Children's Week Awards?
Minister for Education.
Sir, I'm very pleased to be able to share some very happy news with the House. Children's Week is, of course, an opportunity for us to all celebrate children across South Australia, their achievements, their aspirations. And of course, it's something that I know is very dear to all of our hearts. And this morning, members across the House reflected on the importance of World Teachers' Day. And it was on World Teachers' Day that I had the great privilege of attending at McGill Primary School, sir, in your electorate, to share some very happy times with the Children's Week Association Committee, with a range of dignitaries from across the education system and South Australia, and to present some very special young South Australians with some commendations. Indeed, the Minister's Children's Week Awards. And it's a great privilege to be able to share some further happy information with the House and to talk about some of the wonderful achievements of these young South Australians. So I recognise there were awards at both the primary years level and the high school level. Honourable mentions in the primary years went to Hannah Durand of Kapunda Primary School for her great academic endeavours and success in choral and instrumental performance, including a scholarship to the Open Music Academy at the University of Adelaide Conservatorium. Another honourable mention went to Hudson Linky of Westminster School in recognition of his demonstrated understanding as a Narrandjeri student of the absolute requirement for reconciliation, the acceptance of past wrongs, and the example he's shown his secondary peers of the value of speaking up. In the winners in the primary years were Cameron Rankin and Aaron Schneider from Loxton Primary School for exemplary participation as members of the Young Aboriginal STEM Thinkers in South Australia team at the 2019 STEM Aboriginal Congress, and the inspiration they provided to the 800 Aboriginal student peers across South Australia. And I know the Deputy Leader of the Opposition cares a lot about that STEM Congress that started, I think, under her watch, and I commend her for that. Samuel Weavers in the Premier's electorate in the East Adelaide Primary School was also received an award for the primary years for the development of his online popcorn business. His sharing of his success with others, both locally and internationally, his demonstration that he is not limited by autism, his facilitation of fundraising for others in need through Kids for Kids. And to Sam, I have a very particular acknowledgement. My family very much appreciated the popcorn that he provided us, and we're very grateful for that. The high school years, there was an honourable mention to Cameron Dixon from the Glossop High School for his exemplary contribution to school and community, particularly through the sharing of his understanding of technology, allowing collaboration in the management of inter-school events. The winners were Elijah Smith of the Kapunda High School in recognition of an outstanding career at school academically, in sport, in music, in leadership, while also making a significant contribution to the community. He's managed all of this while continuing to take a supportive role in his own family. And the final winners at the high school level were Sabrina Pacelli, Sarah Pike and Marla Truscott of St Peter's Girls' School for a remarkable contribution to the correction of club foot in children in Bangladesh. With the assistance of professional mentoring, they designed an improved sole which will encourage more dedicated 4-year wearing of brace shoes as needed to complete correction of this disability. All of these children are to be commended, and they certainly enjoyed the presentation on Friday. I know that all members of the House will commend them for the work they do, celebrate their achievements, just as examples of the wonderful achievement by so many young people in our communities, in all of our communities, right across South Australia. We use Children's Week to celebrate those wonderful young people of whom we are so very proud.